Hey Capricorn, welcome back to my channel. This is Jen with Lighthouse Oracle, and I'm bringing you the energy check-in for this week. First, we're going to start off with the tarot cards to give me an idea of what your energy is looking like right now, and then we're going to go into the oracle cards for your advice. So I'm going to put these to the side for right now, for the moment, and let's go ahead and get started. All of the decks that I use in this reading can be found in the description box down below, as well as some other information like my website, my social media pages, and goody stuff. So let's go ahead and see what you're... Ooh, okay, right off the gate. I think we're just gonna take that because that was a solid plan. I am so sorry if you can hear like the neighbors, like the dogs are... There are some like dogs barking. There are... My goodness, it's just chaotic right now, and I feel like that's kind of what I'm feeling going with this energy right now. Okay, so starting off, we have the Four of Wands in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the Two of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So Capricorns, I'm kind of getting a little bit of an unstable energy right now, especially with this Two of Swords coming out like as it's only being upright card. I feel like there may have been like a disturbance in your foundations, because the Four of Wands often talks about, you know, your home, your foundation, family, like celebration, coming together. Like this is almost like a wedding to me. So I feel like with this castle here too, it's kind of like almost like coming down. Like I feel like something has disturbed your Four of Wands. And with the Hermit in reverse too, I feel like also coming out of hermit mode, maybe, you know. And I'm kind of getting this kind of a scenario right now. With the Two of Swords, the Two of Swords also talks about like a stalemate, a blockage of some kind, an indecision. And I feel like it has to do with the home foundation as at its like top, like its theme. But then with these two major arcanas here, the Hermit in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune often talks about like a change in the cycle, you know, a turning point in your life, kind of like it also is, you know, Wheel of Fortune, so good luck. And I feel like there's kind of an indecision between, like, if I get out of this hermit mode, will I start getting like all this bad luck? Maybe you've been like a homebody for a while now. I know we are in lockdown still. Not really lockdown, but we're stuck at home, right? Like we can't really go to very many places. There's not a whole lot of options for like interaction. So I feel like this kind of forced hermit mode has also kind of made you like being a hermit. And so I feel like, you know, going back out is kind of almost like a daunting task, I want to say. And with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse too, I kind of am seeing a stalemate on trying to like turn your luck in a way. Like I feel like the wheel is stuck, and it's because of this. I mean, if you look at the Two of Swords, she's sitting there, she has her arms crossed, and there's like a blindfold in her, like covering her eyes, so she can't even see very clearly. And I feel like there's kind of like that sense of fogginess, like that non-clarity. And I feel like whatever this decision is, it is ultimately going to affect your home. But I also don't see it as like in a bad way. I'm kind of getting more like of a fear-based reaction to either, you know, a change of some sort, or, you know, getting out of this period of solitude and kind of that like almost like an isolation type of an energy. And so I'm kind of getting, and with this crescent moon here too, this could also have to do with cycles. We are actually just exiting Capricorn season and entering Aquarius season. So Aquarius is that, you know, it's an air sign. So it can also cause a lot of confusion because earth signs are very practical. They're not like, they want set, like they like the way that things are. They kind of like traditional, stable, practical things. And so, and Aquariuses are very, you know, almost like forever in like the realm of possibility. They're kind of just always searching for the next like expansive thought, and so it's always changing, it's always like fluid, whereas, you know, earth signs are much more grounded, a lot more like just down to earth, right? Air signs are like up in the air, thoughts, always thinking, and I feel like that energy might be a little overwhelming for you, especially with this like wheel changing and the things happening. So that's what I'm seeing. And I feel like there needs to be, in order for you to make this decision, you got to take off the blindfold first. And what I'm saying with that is because she's holding these two swords, and she's kind of, what I always get from this card, and I'm getting that feeling now, is that like overprotective of, you know, so you're not letting anything through. Anything that approaches you, you're just gonna slice away. Like, and how can you not? You're not seeing anything, so everything coming to you seems like a threat, right? What if you just put the swords down, you know, took a moment to, you know, stop over analyzing and take off the blindfold so you can see both situations and everything clearly, and then make a decision. Once you take the blindfold off, wouldn't it be much easier to discern what energy coming towards you is for you and what energy coming towards you is not for you? And that would also help you gain a lot more stability too, because you see it for what it is and you can feel it in your gut if it is for you or not. So let's go into your oracle cards to see what Spirit's advice for you is. Capricorns, what is Spirit's advice for you, Capricorns? I'm so sorry if you can hear the neighbor's dog. I don't even know. I can't control them, but you know, maybe ASMR sounds. Dogs barking very loudly. And isn't that kind of funny too? Like the dogs, I haven't had that, like I haven't heard this dog bark this way in a or howl in a long time. So I feel like maybe that too, it's like all this barking is like almost like your mental blockage. It's like it's like all this like barking in your head, and you're like, that's your overthinking is that barking, and so it causes you to go so out of whack with, you know, what you actually see. And it's, oh my gosh, like if you heard that barking, like, gee, this card just be coming out all the time, Capricorn. And maybe it's not for specifically for Capricorn, but I've been seeing this card so many times in my readings. And okay, we're just gonna read it. It says, believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the Northern Lights says you are a part of nature, so you are magical too. And I feel like with, I mean, do you hear that? Silence. No dog barking. I mean, who knows, maybe I'll come back up later, but I feel like it's a kind of like a sign almost, like to believe in the magic that is around you. Maybe, you know, stop looking at things at such a practical way, and believe in miracles and believe in the possibility of, you know, I feel like with this, you know, air energy too, sometimes earth signs are grounded to a fault as well as air signs. Some like air signs can be so like up in your head that you never come down. So there needs to be that balance, right? That balance of both practicality and imagination. Like bringing those together is like harmonious in a way. And if you see this fairy too, I feel like she's more of an elf, but she has like this wand here, and this wand has vines, and it reminds me of very like that earthy energy. And nature too. Nature is literally like comes from the earth, but in of itself is magical too. And I'm seeing like this wands as like these wands. You kind of see that resemblance going on right now, like these vines on this wand and the vines. Okay, so maybe, you know, sit under a tree. Maybe sitting under a tree is needed, and to contemplate and to really think about what it is that you're so like fearful of, And I feel like maybe that'll help give you clarity on a decision to make. And it'll help remove like this blockage that you have. And I'm also seeing too, which is so interesting, is I'm seeing this cape, like she's wearing a cape and she has like the ears and she has the staff and there's like light. I also see this with this too, the hermit's kind of that staff, and you know, and I feel like there's been so much magic that's been working through you. And you know, the hermit's also very wise. The hermit also talks a lot about, you know, the quest, kind of like seeking the light, like on a search for your own personal truth. And I feel like there's kind of a fear of moving to a new cycle after being in this hermit mode for so long. And so I feel like Spirit is asking you to believe in magic and let your hair down a little bit, you know, these two cards are like the same, but also very different. Like if you notice too, what, like going back to it, it's like she has so much, I mean, yeah, they are two different cards, but this one, she has so much more life. It just seems so much livelier, right? Even though they're kind of doing the same thing, but this one is just like, it kind of seems dull. It seems a lot more just like, oh yeah, I'm solid. I'm isolated. I'm just in solitude. And it's kind of like, ooh, I'm in solitude versus, I'm in solitude. It's all about change of perspective. And I definitely see that is needed at this time, Capricorn. And let's see what last final message Spirit has for you. Let's see what Spirit's final message for Capricorns is. And it's okay if you are in this energy right now. Like, you know, things happen. And, you know, sometimes maybe you're not in the right place to start a new cycle. And that's fine at your own pace. But, you know, if it's causing you so much, you know, of this stalemate and this like out of focus and kind of like this like blocked perspective, I feel like that's also not healthy for you either. If, you know, if you decide, you know, I want to keep being in my solitude, I like this, I want to like, you know, then at least make that decision for now. And you could always change your decision too later on. It just, and that's the thing too, sometimes we get so caught up on like, if I make this decision, this is like the end all be all and nothing will ever be the same again and I can never change my mind. And it's like, no, you can always change your mind. You can always do something different, do something, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. I just have to make that disclaimer. Like, okay, I just like took this card because it flipped around and yeah, we're taking that. This was an instant reaction, so that's what I'm doing. So this says, you'll find what you seek. And you see how that's like a heart. So look into your heart and also like lean in with love too. Okay, so this says, if you've ever suddenly found and been loved by someone amazing, awesome, fun, and fantastic, chances are astronomical you will again. If you haven't yet found such a person, chances are astronomical you will. It's up to you, the universe. And exactly. Like, it's up to you on how you see things and what you seek out of it. I can say, you know, let's go into this new direction. The Wheel of Fortune's on your side, you know, just try something new. But at the end of the day, it's all up to you. And I feel like this too, it's like, you know, just as surprising the next cycle is, that's how exciting and unpredictable love can be as well. It's also like finding love in unexpected places. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you Capricorns. And I'm sorry this reading has gone to be a little bit long, but I feel like it needed to be said. So yes, this is where I'm going to leave the reading. Yep, it's all up to you. And you can get yourself out. You just need to take the blindfold off. So yeah, that's it. This is where I'm gonna end the reading for you Capricorns. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know in the comments what you think as well. And yeah, I will see you all in my next reading. Okay, take care Capricorn. Bye.